Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Augustus, and I'm back again with another episode of Tsukihime. When we last left off, Arcueid came and visited us at school, and Ciel-sensei seemed to be a bit upset about that. But we have not any real idea why. Well, anyway, without further ado, let's get back into it, shall we? As expected, the debate over what to do for the cultural festival is a stormy one. Since everyone's opinions are different, the decision gets postponed till next week. By the time it's over, it's late in the afternoon. Everyone gets up tiredly from their chairs and leaves the classroom. Well then, there's nothing to do in the classroom. I should get ready for tonight and go back to the mansion. I don't swing by anywhere else and head right back to the mansion. The sun hasn't quite set, so Akiha probably isn't back yet. That Akiha. I wonder if she's still mad like this morning. Probably. Well, that can't be helped either. I can't tell her the truth, so I'll probably just continue to be hated as a terrible older brother. Welcome back, Shiki-sama. Hisui bows as I enter the mansion. Yeah, I'm back. Thanks for greeting me, Hisui. It's been a week since I came back, but I'm not used to this yet. Akiha isn't back yet? No. She told me to tell you she would be back especially late tonight, so please eat dinner on your own, Shiki-sama. I knew she'd still be angry from this morning. Sigh. I slump my shoulders as I start to walk to my room. And then, Shiki-sama. Hisui looks around the lobby before she speaks again. Forgive me for asking an awkward question, but will you be leaving tonight again, Shiki-sama? She fixates her emotionless eyes on me. I think she simply wants to know at what time I'll be back because she's so dedicated of a servant, but telling her now means Akiha would know. I mean, that's supposed to be telling her now, not telling her no means Akiha would know. Probably. Unless there's some weird language stuff I'm not aware of. Anyway, this is an interesting choice. One I'm actually going to save for, and you can see the dates of recording of this, and you know that I'm not trying to hide or anything. You can tell the truth or lie. Those are our two options. Short term, it doesn't seem like anything happens, but we lie because lying leads to a bad end in the near future. I feel bad for doing this to Hisui, but I can't let her know. I have to keep Arcueid a secret, and it's not like I can let Hisui or Kohaku-san or Akiha know that I'm looking for a serial killer. No, I don't have any reason to go out. Akiha scolded me today, so I'll stay put for a while. I understand. Then I will close the gate at the normal time. She speaks plainly without any expression. The conversation ends, and I go up to return to my room. After dinner, I go back to my room. It's almost 10 o'clock. So, as to not be discovered, I should go outside as discreetly as possible. Now then, shall I go? Placing my knife in my pocket, I leave my room as quietly as I can. It's probably because of all the recent murders, but it's only 10 o'clock and there's no one in the park. The empty night hangs overhead. There, a white figure stands. I should say before, because I forgot to mention it a minute ago, I'm probably going to cut out the repeated scene when we have to go through this again, so you guys don't have to watch that. Probably, unless I forget, because I'm forgetful. Shiki. As soon as he sees me, Arcueid angrily yells at me. Hey, what time do you think it is? You're 20 minutes late. Excuse me, I was Arc. I don't know why I didn't catch up on that for some reason. It seems she came here right on time. Yeah, sorry. I left before 10 o'clock, but it took some trying to leave the mansion without Akiha noticing. I'll definitely be on time next time, so please forgive me. Jeez, you don't seem to realize we're going to go killing. Arcueid practically pouts. Don't tell me she was waiting long before the promised time. Arcueid, since what time were you waiting for me? Me? I came here as soon as I woke up, so... Arcueid thinks this over. Probably since 7 o'clock? 7? You were waiting for me for more than 3 hours? What in the world was she thinking, coming 3 hours early? It seems I'm strange. As if truly amazed, Arcueid mumbles to herself. Well, I'm partly to blame because I was late, but don't you have some issues too? If you came before the arranged time, then of course you'll have to wait. Hey, that's something entirely different. The fact you were late doesn't change. Well, that is true, but why did you wait 3 hours? If you had that much time, couldn't you have just gone back to your room? I don't know either. It somehow was fun, and while I was thinking it was nice waiting for you, it was already 10 o'clock. The face that she's making here seems to be a bit angry, but her words don't seem that angry, so, who knows. Fun? Why? Who knows? Didn't I say I didn't understand it myself? Maybe because you killed me. At that time, something broke that couldn't be healed. I think it's strange myself, but I can't understand what's broken inside me. Hearing her say that is very troubling. Having sliced her into 17 pieces, if she says there's something wrong, all I can do is apologize. It's okay. We don't have much time, so we can't waste time talking about pointless things, Shiki. Yeah, saying that really helps me out. But if you're ever late again, I'll just have to go to your house and pick you up. You're the one who couldn't keep the promise, so you have no complaints, right? No way. I'll keep it, but random unfortunate circumstances like today could happen at any time. If I'm late, that'd be the last thing you should do. Look, don't come to my house, even if it's a mistake. What's more, Akiha doesn't know about all of this, so please, don't make things more complicated than they are. Akiha? Your sister that doesn't look at all like you? You've said a little too much, but yes. I see. You're that scared of your little sister? Shut up. I just don't want her to worry. At the very best, I'm a bother to her, so I don't want her to tire her out even further. You really are sweet to your sister, Shiki. I'm basically nice to everyone. Well, recently there's been an exception to that. 2 exceptions, actually. That's me. You're always dense. That was an insult, not a compliment. You're also mean to Inui, but I guess you don't feel the need to mention that. Not at all. To you, I'm an exception, right? How could I not like that? Actually, I just made myself think about something. Does Arahiko appear again in this route? I don't think he does. Interesting thought. She smiles again. A child's smile, bright and carefree. If I keep seeing that, I'll lose all my venom. I'm tired all of a sudden. Let's start looking for the vampire Arcueid. Yes, it's about time. Then we'll start walking around town. Shiki, I want you to take off your glasses, but is that all right? Take off my glasses? Why? It's hard to notice them with just me. I can sense the presence of humans and non-humans, but that won't help me find the vampire. All I can sense is the presence, but with your eyes you can quickly tell between living and dead things. So it's a waste if we don't use what we have, right? Certainly I can understand what she's saying, but taking off my glasses means... I know. Even I could feel your eyes getting stronger these past few days. And if you keep doing this, it may not be good for your health. I'm still saying, despite that. But the choice lies up to you, so I'm not going to force you. If you think it's alright to do so, take your glasses off and follow me. Take off my glasses and walk around town. I haven't done that since I received these glasses 8 years ago. In the first place, the things I see without my glasses gives me such a headache, it'd be easy to imagine what would happen if I walked around town. But still, just like Arcueid, who keeps going even though her wound hasn't healed, Tonoshiki should be doing the same and pay back his debt. Arcueid, I'm fine. Isn't it just a headache? Compared to the pain her body must be feeling, this is nothing. It's fine. I can take off my glasses. It's a small price to pay to make our search easier. I see. Then let's go, Shiki. Arcueid turns around and starts walking. I take off my glasses as I follow her. I follow Arcueid. I haven't walked in scenery so riddled with lines since my hospitalization back then. Strangely enough, I don't get a headache. It seems just seeing them won't cause it. It's not the lines in the buildings, but seeing the lines on people walking by makes me sick. Before, I thought they were just lines that were easy to cut along. But now I know they are the death of things. That's why I feel disgusted first. It's not that these figures of people scribbled over the lines are even disgusting. Just seeing that humans are in existence so close to death makes me feel like throwing up. We walk the nighttime streets. Arcueid doesn't say anything, so she just continues to stride forth resolutely. We walk for hours in the midst of town. In the end, we don't see one aberration, not one person wrapped in death. Shiki, you can put your glasses back on. It seems no matter how much we search tonight, it'll be useless. Arcueid concludes with a sigh. I put my glasses back on. My vision returns back to normal and I relax. Useless? Is it okay to just decide that all of a sudden? We've only looked everywhere once, right? No, just once is enough. The presence of the dead tends to linger around a place. I haven't sensed any of them around at all, so there aren't any that are active. The enemy is alerted now that most of his dead are defeated. Seriously, he really is a coward. I was so prepared to finish it all tonight, but it appears he still wants to play hide and seek. Arcueid bites her lip, dissatisfied. You look like you're in a bad mood, Arcueid. Of course I am. You went through so much trouble to help me, but it's all meaningless now. Well, I don't really mind. If you're that dissatisfied, I don't mind going out to look again. Maybe if I concentrate more, we can find something. That's no good. I can't strain you anymore. Strain? I'm not really straining. You are. You might not realize it, but if you abuse your brain anymore, you might end up disabled. Disabled? Who? You. That's right, you don't know exactly how your eyes work. Okay. You said it yourself, it was easier to see the death of living things than non-living things, right? Basically, it's a problem of the circuitry of your brain. The death of things. Being able to see that cause and effect, it's much closer to reading than seeing. Everything has a main reason, the one source. It's the same thing that German scientists call the Akashic Record. In other words, in the core of all phenomenon, there is something that records all things. It's less of a record than an existence, so it isn't information. It just exists. It doesn't have any purpose in and of itself, or any direction. It's like a root swirled with flows out all reasons. Things in this world flow from that, derived from that, and preserve their current form. You and I, vampires and humans, we all originated from that. Things become more complex and separate and cannot return to that original source, the beginning. But you understand there exists the One, right? But no matter how different a form something takes from the great source, it is still a derivative. So, even if it's only a slender line, there is a thread connecting to the source. The source of all things, the record that records the beginning and the end of all things. Being connected to that means knowing the end of all things. Originally, the brain has the ability to control reception and transmission, but most humans close off all those circuits except for themselves. But there are those people who have their circuits open latently. Without a single use of magic circuits, there are humans who, despite not being a transcendental race, have the potential to create transcendental phenomena. Magi classify themselves as being psychics. While still human, they are mutants who are born with magic circuits, such as, without any learning of the occult, someone who can see the death of things. That's actually kind of interesting in terms of in-universe stuff. That's not super important in this game. It becomes more important in Fate. I'm sure it becomes more important in Kara no Kyokai, which I have not read or watched, and Mahoyo, which I have not read because there's no full English translation. Kara no Kyokai is just because I don't have much of an excuse for that. And the anime OVAs, movie, whatever they are, I can't remember, are apparently very good, but I have not seen them. I'm sorry, Arcueid. It appears I can't understand this kind of conversation at all. It's okay if you can't understand, but what I want to tell you is you shouldn't try to see things that are hard to see. Probably, if you want to, you can see the death of non-living things. But in order to do that, your brain has to open its circuits from the classification of living things to the classification of non-living things in order to understand. That is a hell of a mouthful. That is normally an impossible process. As a result, it overloads your brain and you'll end up being useless. Useless? You mean these eyes won't be able to perceive death anymore? Of course not. Hey Shiki, what happens to an engine that blows up from an overload? It goes to the junkyard? Once your engine breaks, you can't use it again. Oh, that's it. In other words, the headache I get from seeing death is like the screaming of an engine that is working too fast. You understand? If you can just see it, it won't be a problem. But stop trying to see things you can't perceive. The blood vessels in your brain will burst, and it'll all be over. I'm speechless. I've been living like this without realizing the seriousness of it all. You really have to thank the Megas who gave you those glasses. Most psychics use their abilities without realizing how dangerous they are and end up disabling themselves. Well, those kinds of people are often incompatible with society, so maybe that's just for the best. It seems that's the reason I'm here. I'll let you go back to living the life you had before. Sensei said that and gave me these glasses. I have so much to thank her for, my chest tightens. That person, in so many ways, really did save me. I feel a sharp sensation. Not a pain, but something strange, like an itch. Shiki? What is this? It was really only just for an instant, but it was like something was in my chest. Not understanding, I place my hand inside my shirt. Wetness. Something is sticking to my chest like ink. What is this? Something's wet? I pull out my hand from my shirt. On my open palm is bright red blood. Sting. Another strange sensation. It takes me a horribly long time to understand that it's coming from the old scar on my chest. Shiki, yeah, that's weird. It doesn't hurt, and it's not even an open wound, but there's blood all over my chest. It's so red. A beautiful, unmuddied red that steals my eyesight. Well, it doesn't hurt, so it's gotta be okay. It seems to have stopped bleeding, so there's no need to... Arcueid stares dumbfounded at my hand. No, more accurately, she stares at the red blood coating my hand. Arcueid? Arcueid doesn't respond. She just starts to breathe heavier. Pant, as if she's trying to withstand pain. Hey, Arcueid, what's wrong? Does your wound hurt? I grab her shoulders, and then she jumps back as if she was trying to escape. She stares at me like I'm an enemy. Arcueid. Shiki? Short, clipped. Her voice even contains enmity. I never thought about it. She averts her gaze awkwardly. What's wrong? You're acting strange. You still haven't recovered yet? Perhaps. It seems I pushed myself too hard. So I'll go back now. Yes. I guess we'll call it a night. Yeah. I'll be waiting here tomorrow. Not looking me in the eye, Arcueid leaves quickly. I go up the residential hill and arrive at the outskirts of the mansion. It's around 2 in the morning. As expected, I'm totally assailed by sleepiness. I wonder if she's going to be okay. I'm concerned about how she seemed when we parted. It seemed like it wasn't pain from a wound, but... Crap, the front gate is locked. It's only natural, but it's still locked. If I climb over the walls like yesterday, alarms will probably go off. Dang, does this mean does this mansion have a rear entrance or something? I walk around the mansion perimeter. Anyway, there is something like a rear entrance, but it's locked, so I can't get in. It's probably not possible to force my way through the garden. Dang. If this keeps up, I'll have to spend the night out here. I want to avoid that if possible. People don't really go by the mansion, so after the sun sets, it's just a deep darkness around here. Walking around during these hours sends a chill down my spine. What is that? It feels like there's someone lurking in the shadows not illuminated by the streetlights. Thump. My heart stops breathing. My blood rushes through my body. This sensation. Certainly, there's someone standing there. The figure gets closer and closer. Footsteps. Then the sound of dry footsteps reaches my ears. Thump. I have a bad feeling about this. Chills race up my spine. The figure draws near. Suddenly, the street lights shatter loudly. The moon is hiding by the clouds, or is hidden by the clouds. The whole world instantly turns to darkness. My heartbeat skips as if warning me of death. Perhaps I was tired after having walked the perimeter of the mansion for so long. My body gave an all too sluggish reaction as I tried to leap backwards. A knife running through the dark. The sound of the flesh over my heart being sliced. I don't understand. Just that there's a knife sticking through my chest. The clouds part for a brief moment and the dark figure is illuminated. An eerie figure wrapped entirely in bandages. That's the last thing I see. End. Bad end. Hooray! Will you take Ciel-sensei's lesson? Why, yes, we will. Teach me, Ciel-sensei. Yeah. It's been a while. I am deeply sorry. Ciel-sensei is now on her lunch break. Please wait until she returns. She's neglecting her duties and snacking on curry bread. Get over here, stupid Ciel. I feel the same way, but she is not here. It cannot be helped. You cannot do anything about someone not here, and it is just too impossible to just complain about how much Nissan cannot clean or tidy things up. Now then, we shall begin the customary correction corner. Shiki-sama, hiding things does not give good results. If you learn from this experience, please trust Hisui next time. That is all. I will now return to the mansion. Please continue enjoying the main storyline. Nah, that woman, I smell another cat-like character. And this, ladies and gentlemen, I think is where we're going to end this episode. Next time, we will see what actually happens when, well, you don't lie to your lovable maid. And, well, I guess that gave us a bit of something to think about, actually. Who was that? And what voice will I do for him? Because I have no idea. But anyway, find out the answer to, well, some of those questions next time on Tsukihime. I hope to see you all there.